Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. I'm again calling up my amendment regarding the rescissions exemption, Merkley Amendment number 1. There are questions that have arisen about this amendment from our previous discussion, so I wanted to address a couple of those. And one of those is, does this amendment block the type of rescission we saw on the floor 2 weeks ago? And the answer is no. That package regarded earlier FY 22, 23, 24, 25, funding, often multi-year funding. This would only affect the floor rescissions on things that are signed into law by President Trump. In other words, that we have agreed to on a bipartisan basis, that the President has agreed to, and yet it also leaves the door open for even the things that we pass on a bipartisan basis, even the things that President Trump has signed off on. It still leaves the door open for rescissions, but it just says, send them back to this committee. These two bills we have today both have rescissions in them. This is the place where rescissions should be considered. It is the long tradition of this committee working together to tackle in a bipartisan way rescission questions that we have previously passed on a bipartisan basis. So this is essentially maintaining the precedent of this committee, does not affect the immediate additional proposals that will come from the President. I do hope that if we get additional rescission packages from the President that go to the floor, that they'll get referred to this committee and we'll consider those on a bipartisan basis. I hope we'll do that. But this amendment does not affect that. That is a separate conversation. But this says going forward, for those bills we passed for FY 26, that if there are rescissions, those will also be done on a bipartisan basis in front of this committee. And so I think it's very valuable for reinforcing the work that we have done, for strengthening the precedent that has existed over many decades, and I would encourage your support.